did you? How are you going to get through 17 minutes of this?
We'll see.
Oh, hey everyone. How's it going? You're now dealing with Donnie. Special guest, Cletus Driftwood.
Cletus equals ratings.
Yeah. How have you been anyway?
Good, man.
Yeah, okay, good. Last time that Cletus was on the show, actually, we had to cut things a little short because someone got out of line. That's okay, though. I don't think that's going to happen this time around.
Sure, we're good.
We're good. Okay. I appreciate you coming on.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
It was a long drive in, so.
It was a long drive in. I always thought you were up the street.
About that.
Jeez. You'd think that you actually lived here with the way.
So what's the plan for the episode? What do you want to do?
We got a few questions. Talk about Mania a bit.
Right on.
Your thoughts on the tour coming up? UCW tour.
UCW?
Cletus Driftwood will be on the tour.
I'll be there.
Thank God, he got rid of his Twitter account. Yeah. So let's get into the questions.
The Facebook fan page is still active, however.
I was hoping that we wouldn't stumble upon it. We'll have to let you elaborate on it later.
I'll plug it at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure. You flooded the last show with it, so I'm sure you will. First question is, actually, what do you think it takes to draw money in professional wrestling?
I think it takes storytelling. I think it's less, high spot oriented than it is actually making somebody care about what you're doing, and maybe even care less about what your heel is doing, working with you. They'll come spend their money to see Donnie Vegas, if I could be so bold.
Okay.
Because we hear the reaction you get when you come through the curtain.
Thank you.
And they're spending their money to see you do what you've been doing for about a year to all the heels. And that's what it takes to draw money. You draw money. Not everybody on the cards can say that.
Well, thank you. That's a very honest and open opinion from Cletus Driftwood. I appreciate that. I would say emotional investment takes a lot
absolutely.
I don't find people are emotionally invested in the products nowadays, and it's unfortunate because
I don't think a lot of the workers are emotionally invested in the product.
Touche. Touche. You have to kind of love what you're doing, and everybody has to kind of see that you love what you're doing in order for people to be invested in what you're doing
I agree.
in the first place. And if you can get people to end up on that emotional roller coaster that they can go on, through humor, sorrow, heartache, and then
aggression,
happiness and aggression, I'm pretty sure that you can get people invested in what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And in turn, getting them invested is how you draw money.
That's how you draw money. I agree.
Thank you.
Nice answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty brilliant. Let's just go to the next question.
You failed grade 7. Let's not get into schooling here or anything. This isn't.
You leave my grade 9 education alone. Staying with school, kids.
Do everything that Cletus Driftwood didn't do.
Yeah.
Say no to drugs, not school. What are your thoughts on the Undertaker's WrestleMania 21-0 streak becoming 21-1?
You want to start that one?
Yeah. I'm under the impression, especially being involved with wrestling for as long as we have, that all good things pretty much have to come to an end. All stories have to have something happen to where people have to be invested in something different. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody had their hopes so high on the streak that everybody depended on WrestleMania to be sold on the streak.
Sure.
Now it's over. People don't really know what to think. They don't know why they should buy Mania. And I think that now, for as surprised as everybody was to see it happen, something good has come out of it. Because now Brock Lesnar is a force to be reckoned with, and so many things can be done with the angle. Is it the last we've seen of The Undertaker? I don't think so.
Sure.
Should it be? Probably.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. When I first watched it, I thought it was the right time, wrong guy. But in turn, after I've seen... I think they should have built Brock white hot right after Mania.
Right out of the gate.
And I think they've kind of relaxed with that, probably because of certain dates that he can't meet. But if they would have been able to do that, I would have completely understood why they did it. But for the most part, I completely agree with you. Your opinion as well.
Thank you. Not to do a plug or anything, but this coming Wednesday.
Who does that? Hey.
Full circle.
Full circle. Hashtag Cletus draws money.
So you were one to take the draw money. Who would know? Just sitting next to the future Bruno Sammartino, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have actually thought that was going to happen? You guys look pretty similar. Even
he likes F-bombs a lot less than I do, though.
Yeah, that's true. This Wednesday, I'm actually going to be giving my thoughts on WrestleMania 30, on dealing with Donnie. Tour's coming up, UCW. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I got a lot of hope for it.
Yeah.
We both kind of know what I'm hoping for, you know?
What could you be hoping for?
Well, I'm hoping we're going to be able to have the match that we haven't had yet. Because those that did buy tickets to our last potential match, wherein you and I were supposed to finally lock up, had to get their money back. Because there were issues with that show. So I'm hoping somebody books that. Yeah. I think it's time.
I don't like to hold any grudges, but I kind of have the same feeling on it that you do.
Yeah.
I could have did something really good.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 dates. You're booked for all 4 dates?
Yeah, I'll be on all 4. I missed the last UCW show because of fallout from that particular show.
Do you mind elaborating on that a little bit?
Angry Cletus was angry.
Very angry.
And for the best interest of everything, I made the decision to breathe that weekend. Because it got white hot. And I didn't want to go to that show and behave unprofessionally. Mm-hmm. So I chose to sit that one out and hope that Chuck Martin would invite me back to a future show, which of course he's done for the next four UCW dates, and I'm extremely excited to be on them.
So what you're saying is you want a UCW Junior Heavyweight Championship match?
I don't think I classify for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. I actually have an opinion on that.
Oh, okay.
You have been the Junior Heavyweight Champion for, what, a year?
A year in June.
A year in June. And would you say you have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt you are the best Junior Heavyweight in the Maritimes?
I think I've tried my best to solidify that title.
That's nice guy Donnie Vegas speech for yes, I am the best Junior Heavyweight in the Maritimes. Okay, so really the only lighter guy that potentially could be in your category that you haven't beaten yet is Double XL, who is now the heavyweight champion. So he's out of the question. So either they give you a shot at that title, or they have to kind of change the rules of what you're wearing. So I think it's smart if we take the junior heavyweight title and make it the Maritime Championship. You know, you take that belt, it's open to anybody of any weight class who you can then test your skills against. No different than, say, the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, the television title. It's the next step to the heavyweight championship. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what you're wearing. It's just there's that weight restriction on it, which I don't think is necessary. Because did you defend against Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah. So why not make that the Maritime title? Leave that open to all comers. You've proven that you're the best junior heavyweight there is.
Let's branch out a little bit.
Let's branch out. Let's work. Let's entertain. Let's get bloody.
When you say that, what exactly do you mean?
Little aggression never hurt nobody. Well, a lot of aggression hurt a lot of people, but
What are you trying to imply?
what I'm trying to imply is let's do it finally. You know, let's book it. Let's 3.5 years in the making. We've kind of proven that there's a little interest there with ticket sales on the show that never happened. So
I'll second that.
yeah, so let's book Cletus Driftwood. Let's book Donnie Vegas. And let's let them entertain people, and let's let them do what they do to the best of their ability.
We're talking about the next tour.
I'm talking about UCW. Let us do it. This is my plea. Let us do it. We can do it.
I agree with what he's saying. I mean, we maybe down the road eventually we could, do something. But you want it.
I want it now. Yeah, I want it yesterday. I want it in February.
Why so bad though?
I cut a promo to do some business for that last show where I said, you were the first champion out of Camp Kayfabe under Lumberjack Johnson. I was the first booked. Let's prove beyond the shadow of a doubt who is the best to come out of that school. You know what I do, I know what you do. We trained side by side for 5 months before either of us was anywhere. So why not, even if it's one time only, let the two graduates lock up and do what they do. You can call it a desperate plea, you can call it an emotional plea, call it whatever you want. Cletus Driftwood versus Donnie Vegas, we will do it. We will get people invested. It is not that difficult for us. It'd be a lot more difficult for a lot of other people who will be on the same shows.
Feud for the ages, maybe, one would say. If you would say, possibly.
Yeah. Our last episode of Dealing with Donnie, would you say that there was some controversy around that?
Of course there was controversy. And we know what that creates.
We know what that creates. Controversy creates interest. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go with the cliche. No. But everything I said in that episode was something, it was to sell a match. But on top of that, it was nothing that hasn't been said about you, about myself, about Aaron Matthews, about Dylan Sharp, that has been said behind our backs and made its way back to us. The difference between the people that got angry and yourself or myself is that I don't tiptoe around people's backs. I'll say it outright. What my opinion is and when it is and who it's of. Beyond that, I think the best thing for local business right now is Cletus Driftwood versus Donnie Vegas. That is my piece.
That's you covering all floors, basically.
That's me covering all floors.
That's how you.
And also on Facebook, what's my name? Cletus Driftwood, the original Good Old Boy from Hell. You'll find it in the fan page section. I'll only do one. Don't worry about it. That's it.
The sponsors are watching.
The sponsors are watching.
That's a pretty good plea, though. I agree with that. Yeah. See who the better man is.
I know you want to do it. I want to do it. So let's just do it.
And you're really stern on getting this title thing kind of switched around.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the middle title. People understand it's the middle title. It doesn't need a weight restriction. Leave it open to anybody. If, say we've got a big tour coming up, if some of those guys want to work some of the names, do you want to put those on?
Leo Burke,
Bobby
K, Frenchie Martin.
If Frenchie Martin wants to challenge you for the junior heavyweight title, I think he might be a little too heavy, so you have to make it the maritime title so that you can defend that against Bobby K.
Sleeping
Lanny Poffo.
Yeah. I agree.
Cuban Assassin.
Cuban Assassin.
Yeah, for sure. If you have the opportunity to defend a title against a legend like that, I'm sure you would want to. It's because the weight restriction, beyond, my selfish opinion, is also holding you back. Because you want to prove yourself against other people. You want to prove yourself against me as well. I know you do. Mm-hmm. So let's take that restriction away. UCW, Maritime Champion, Donnie Vegas. I think it's that simple.
It's worth pitching.
It's worth pitching. Batter up.
You don't have any more anything else to cover?
No, I'm good.
Good. What are you planning on being up to after the tour?
After the tour, I plan on icing my back.
Nice one. For hot water bottle for Easter.
Hot water bottle, yeah. Well, yeah, happy Easter, UCW fans.
Yeah, happy Easter.
I was the first to do that.
Crazy.
You did a baby face.
Maybe you're a nice. Nah, never mind. Too out of whack here. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you being on here.
I appreciate you having me again, especially after the last time.
I don't think we have to cut this off the same way that we did. Stay tuned this week for my WrestleMania review, Ultimate Warrior tribute. JP Sims on Dealing with Donnie. We got a few more episodes to go.
That'll be a good
Friday.
one, JP.
Yep. My Easter edition that I actually taped previous. I'll be airing that. Hopefully I can have you back in a few weeks if you're not.
Yeah. Hashtag Cletus creates ratings.
What do you know?
Hashtag. Hashtags outside of Twitter. You've been dealing with Donnie.
Thanks a lot. You've been dealing with Donnie. I'll see you next time.